going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. We made it. Friday. Let's go. All right. Got some court. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. All right. I've got a sovereign citizen. Judge Perkins, Sobstead. Now, this one happened about a week ago now. And kind of a mildly funny story. Lone Wolf and I were talking over the weekend, last weekend, and he said that he had this clip. I said that I had this clip. I was going to play it on Monday night. This was my canceled stream from Monday night when Heather was here. And he offered to give me his copy that's already was edited, and it saved me about an hour worth of time because this clip was about an hour and a half of docket time. There's a lot of addresses and emails thrown out, and he's like, I already edited them all out. Just use mine. So giant shout out to Lone Wolf, who is in the chat. I have this clip. Yeah, it's your clip, weirdo. So he saved me a lot of time from editing. So thank you so much, Lone Wolf. For everyone that checks this video out later, the link to his channel is in the description. So go check out his version of this and check out his channel in general, especially if you don't like pauses. He never pauses. All right. All right, let's go. All right, what do I say now? What's my next one? Oh, yeah. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Yes.
I imagine you're not the Glide. So what's your last name?
Lynch.
Lynch. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How old are you?
51, 52, one of them. I don't know.
That doesn't mean you couldn't glide back in the day. I don't know.
No, I don't keep count of that stuff since I've been 12. So I know 51, 52, one of them.
No, I'm saying, you know Clyde the Glide Drexler, right?
Oh yeah.
So I said, I know you're not the Glide, but that doesn't mean you couldn't glide back in the day.
Nah, elementary school they were saying that, but that was it.
Darnell Lynch. Case numbers SP1537940, counts 1 and counts 2. SP1554736, counts 1 and counts 2. SP1558135, counts 2 and counts 3. SP1590696, counts 1 and counts 2. SP153794221. SP155-47541, SP155-81351, and SP159-06951. Appearance for the record, please.
Colleen stroking BF Mr. Lynch.
Mr. Lynch, state your name for the record, please.
You have to unmute, sir.
Good. You hear me?
I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. State your name for the record, please.
Clyde Darnell Lynch.
And Mr. Lynch is 52. He says since he was 12, he stopped taking count of his age.
Yeah, it's the government age. It's the age the government gave me. That's not my age. You know, a little soft sit joke. Why is he sideways? I don't think he fixes that. If I remember this right, he's either sideways or upside down through the rest of this hearing. And this isn't a short one.
11. Which one was it, Mr. Lynch?
12.
12. All right. Officer E. Don, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record for Mr. Lynch?
Good morning, sir. Officer Eddie Dunn, Benefits 036, Detroit Police Department.
Good morning to you. Corporal Bennett, is here for Lynch as well. Trying to pull him out the breakout room. Today is the date and time set for a trial. Mateo's not here. Tanti is not here. We're dealing with 6 tickets. The rest of them are going to be dismissed, and probably some of the 6 will be too. No offers on the expired plates, $145. Another in an improper plate. Well, here we go. Well, ones that okay, so it goes like this: a failure to display, $240 fine. That officer's not here. So on the tickets, the officers are not here. We only have 2 expired plates, 3 expired plates. And then 2 of those officers, 4 expired plates. And 2 of those officers are not here. So the offer as it's written in the file, Mr. Berry. I mean, who's on Mr. Lynch? Soroka?
I didn't talk to him at first. I did respond when you just called it, so.
Yeah, no, I know you. I mean, so as it's written in the file, it's failure to display, $240 fine. Improper plate submitted from no insurance, $240 fine. And then 4 counts of expired plates, $145 a piece. But there's officers that are not here. Why don't you go into the breakout room and you and Mr. Lynch have a conversation and find out how you want to navigate this, all right?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch, join the room and speak to Ms. Soroki, okay?
Okay, how do I wait for the little,
It says join breakout room 3.
okay.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Lynch.
We do not have resolution, Your Honor, so my client indicates that he wants to go to trial. He indicates he sent document. Did he come out yet? I don't want to talk when he's not.
No. Well, he's got, the thing about it is he's got these other, all these, the only 2,
Yeah, that is true. Also, the South Sid jury trial that I went to, the last time I was in Detroit, I went to see a South Sid jury trial, and they didn't have a jury. The jury wasn't there. Detroit, I think Detroit does it kind of different than every other court because it's such a big courthouse. I think there's like a pool of jurors, and when a case goes forward and you're a juror for that day, then you get called to a court. I don't know exactly, but no, they didn't have a jury. They did not have a jury on the day for a jury trial, so they dismissed it, which is kind of weird. The officer was there, though.
only offers that are on the table, really. I mean, the only offers that are on the table are Dunn and Bennett.
Right. There's 2 no insurance, 2 suspended, and 2 improper, or 2
So as it's written in the file, it would only be 2 expired plates unless the city's amending that but there's only 2 expired plates, $145 a piece.
All right, let me go back in and tell him again.
That's because on the offer sheet.
Does he have a license suspended, Your Honor? I mean, does he have a good ballot license?
No.
No, I don't know that. I haven't run that, but the way that the offer was written, the only cases that you wanted Mr. Lynch to plead to was the Dunn expired plate and the Bennett expired plate. And then
Bennett has a license suspended.
yes, so why don't you rearrange the offer then?
Yeah, well, I would just I'll give him one FTD and 1 expired plate.
He doesn't want to accept that. He indicates he sent documentation to the court in the past. He's taken his case to the Supreme Court. he did a FOIA request. There's a lot of things I don't really understand what he's talking about, but our communication's close to breaking down. I'll just say that.
Sounds like it. Bring them out then. Go back in there and bring them out. I'm trying.
I prompted him out. Okay, let me try again.
As the title suggests on this video, this is a bit of a slow burn of a soft sit. As of now, you don't know he's a soft sit, but it comes out. It comes out. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just be patient. A little bit of a slow burn.
All right. All right, Mr. Lynch, giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. It's I'm trying to understand. You want to contest these matters?
I had to go back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I had to go back in because I didn't get no prompt. I had to go back in to join in through 36 District Court website.
No, well, listen. What we're saying is that we're trying to get you an offer, but it's my understanding after talking with your lawyer that that you don't want to accept anything. What do you want to? What do you want to do?
The thing is, I don't know what court cases is being brought up, the recent ones or the one that I already have a trial for.
I think all of the cases that are on the docket, everything that's on the docket, that you already had all this stuff set for trial. And what we did probably, okay, I see what
I sent some paperwork in, but some of those cases I got kicked out of Zoom. I sent in the pictures through that document website, and I don't know, and I sent paperwork to the law department for an FOIA for the court cases.
Okay, what documents did you send in to the court?
It was the case where I had got kicked out of Zoom, and I sent in the pictures where I got kicked out of Zoom. I think that was the January of this year case, and they was like, if I sent in the pictures showing that I was kicked out of the room because I thought the case was dismissed, and I got kicked out.
Okay, so what do you have any documents that relates to your driver's license, insurance, or registration?
Like told the lady, the one got me him, the judge, the person that I talked to on the last court case said, we don't have no problems with you. And I said, I'm going through the process of doing my documents to take care of Dearborn, because Dearborn the one that got it hemmed out. They didn't honor none of my paperwork. Motion is
we're not talking about Dearborn. We're talking about Detroit. Do you have any documents? Hold on, let me ask my question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask my question. Do you have any documents that suggest that you have valid insurance, valid registration, and a valid I can run your driver's license?
I don't have anything. I don't have anything because Dearborn the one that got me hemmed up. I can't even get no insurance without no license.
Okay, so so what we're trying to do, every case that you have down here in Detroit, we call into the record. And we have two officers. The other cases are going to be dismissed, but we have two officers here that are here, and what we're trying to do is either make a resolution now, and we'll present you with an offer. And if you don't like the offer, you can just go to trial. Today is the date and time set.
Yeah, go ahead.
Today is the date and time set for trial. So are you willing to entertain an offer to resolve the cases, or do you want a trial on all the cases?
I mean, which did you say some of them are gonna get dismissed? I only have two. I know the one that I recently got, everything is for the same thing.
Yes. So here's the deal. Let me break it down to you. It's two officers that are here. Corporal Bennett wrote you 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date. And Officer Dunn wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date. The other officers that wrote you tickets are not showing up, have not showed up, and we're just gonna automatically dismiss those cases. So we can get you an offer on the 6 tickets that those 2 officers wrote you. Are you willing to entertain the offer for those 6 tickets?
Bennett and Dunn. Bennett is the recent case, so that one I want to go to trial. I think the one I'm in trial for now is Dunn, correct?
You're on trial for both of them. Dunn and Bennett are set for trial right now.
So nobody received my paperwork, my traveling paperwork.
What is the paperwork?
There we go. I told you, a little bit of a slow burn. It's going to take a while to get there. 15 minutes in. I mean, let's be fair. I probably talked for 3 of those 15 minutes, but yeah, the traveling paperwork. You know, he was with that traveling crew, not to be confused with the traveling circus.
We're gonna sell us.
Basically, I don't need no driver license, et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
no proof of insurance, and my car was towed illegally those 2 times.
And what does the paperwork say why you don't need a driver's license, why you don't need any insurance or anything like that?
I send the paperwork into the law department, and I wanted the FOIA for the body cam and dash cams. And I haven't heard anything from them.
All right, we can get you that.
Someone please tell him the word is FOIA. The FOIA. I don't know why that annoys me. It shouldn't. But FOIA. Judge Perkins, please tell him. Just say FOIA, man. Just say FOIA. It's a lot easier.
We can get you that. If there's some that exists. Corporal Bennett, can you put your appearance record, Corporal Bennett? Hold on, Mr. Lynch.
Yes, Your Honor. Corporal Daryl Bennett, badge 4320, Detroit Police Department.
All right. So we need to get if there's any body cam or dash cam, we need to get that to Mr. Lynch.
He has to go through the law department to get that, Your Honor. If he's requesting it, he has to go through the law department.
Well, that's what he said he tried to do. He said he tried to figure. Let's see if we can get that now.
We can't get, Your Honor, our person that would do that is on vacation at this point. There's nobody in the office that can get that for him today.
Okay, now can I say something for the traffic ticket that was done? The other officer didn't
No.
Your Honor, can we just get an adjourn date when the people think they can have their video available?
Yeah, but I wanna just, what I'm trying to do is I don't want you to say anything as it relates to the traffic stops right now, because today is the date and time set for trial. But I'm going to tell you this. You're suggesting, it sounds like you were suggesting that you don't have to have license or registration or insurance. Is that what you were saying?
I have documentation of that from the Supreme Court rulings, yes.
All right, well, you need to get me that documentation because
well, what's the email so I can send it to you?
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay, my phone not seeing none of that. Only thing I'm seeing on my cell phone now. If I was on my desktop, remember last time I had issues with my desktop, so I'm on the cell phone and I don't see no chat or anything.
Well, you should be able to hit the button down there and it should pop
let me
up.
see. Can I see something? Cause all I see a whole bunch of squares with everybody's face. And
you got to come out of that screen.
Huh?
You got to come out of that screen.
Which screen I got to come out of?
The one you have to come out of the screen where everybody's face is.
Okay, I don't know how to do that.
Welcome to Tech Support with Judge Perkins. He not only will find you guilty or not guilty, he will also help you fix your computer. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't want to lose it. I don't want to get kicked out like I just did when I was in the breakout room.
You didn't get kicked out. We pulled you. All right.
I had to join back in through. I had to go back to 36 District Court website, get back in the Zoom room.
Okay. All right, let's pass the matter and we'll try to figure out how to help you with the technology. And in the meantime, we need to be, do you want an attorney appointed to you, sir?
I've been trying to get an attorney. Nobody will take my case. So how if the appointed attorney don't want to accept my paperwork, then I'm up the creek like in Dearborn. So that's why I'm trying to study how to write the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm doing that right now.
All right. Well,
Dearborn is the reason why my license is suspended.
I really want to see what you're talking about, Supreme Court, because I've never seen a Supreme Court case. Wait a minute. Let me finish. I've never seen a Supreme Court case that says that you don't have to have a license or insurance or registration. Now I'll tell you this. I'll admit, I haven't seen all the Supreme Court cases, but I have never seen that. And I've seen a thousand people come in here saying that, well, not 1,000, but a whole lot. And, and I've never seen it work.
So,
it depends what insurance you have. I have full coverage. I am covered under any car I drive. So it depends on what kind of insurance you have. Yeah, I made sure of that. Well, when I got the insurance, it was when I was married and traveling a lot. I had a bunch of different rental cars. So, yeah. But yeah, it depends on what insurance you have.
When Mr. Bennett Officer Bennett pulled me over, he was like, no, I ain't. He said, I ain't going for that sovereignty stuff. I said, I don't know what that is. I'm talking Constitutional Supreme Court ruling, and they told my car.
All right, well, send me the Supreme Court ruling. I want to see that right now.
I don't see the where I can send it.
All right, I'm gonna pass it.
I could just come down here.
Here, let me write my email address down and then send it to me, and then I'll pass it and I'll wait till I get your document. You have an ink pen?
Yeah, I have a pen. Okay, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna get it online and send it on my laptop.
I'm gonna be anxiously awaiting that. All right.
All right.
I'll pass.
I'm gonna send the law department thing too.
I'll be anxiously waiting all of that, and I'll pass the matter. It looks like Corporal Bennett is going to be anxiously awaiting it. It's going to look like Officer Dunn is going to be anxiously awaiting it. Prosecutor Mason is going to be anxiously awaiting it, and I'm sure Ms. Soroki is going to be, and everybody else in the room.
Oh, we're all anxiously awaiting whatever documentation you're about to send in. All of us. All 67 of us. More than just the people in the courtroom.
Because this could be some groundbreaking stuff right here. All right, pass the matter. All right, now let's go back on the record. Lastly, with Mr. Clyde Lynch. All right, I got an email, and I'm going to forward this to you as well.
Once again, another giant shout out to Lone Wolf, who sent me the edited version of this. You guys don't understand how long this clip would have taken to edit. With all the pauses, and he kept sending them into the breakout room. Like I said at the beginning, this whole clip from the start to the finish was about an hour and a half, maybe closer to 2 hours because of the breaks in between and all the editing of the addresses and everything. So Lone Wolf, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. I know I was supposed to use it when Heather was here, but yeah, we canceled. We ran late that day, but Lone Wolf, thank you so much.
Thanks. This one was for the City of Detroit Law Department Freedom of Information request, and this is he wants the body cam, and I believe this is requesting the necessary body cam stuff. Okay, so that one, I'm going to forward this to you, Ms. Mason. Now, this is another document that he sent me.
100%. 100%. He's Lone Wolf is a sovereign citizen. He believes in traveling. He believes that he is the flesh and blood of a wolf and not a man. So he stands over the law. Yeah. So, but he's still a good guy. We still like him.
This is the U.S. Supreme Court travel rulings. Motion to set aside default. It says it says to me, it has case number SP 15379-421 and SP 15547-541. To whom the dear judge.
Yeah, but this one didn't actually come out as a soft sit right away. He didn't come out yelling. He came out confused. I mean, I don't fault Judge Perkins on this. And the guy's not being rude, even though his voice is just loud. He's not yelling, not being rude. He's trying to get his point across. I don't fault Judge Perkins.
Sean B. Perkins, and to whom it may concern, the burden of truth is on me, or then it will just be my word against others' words. I, Clyde Darrell Lynch, always traveling, Supreme Court rulings on travel, along with being put in ransom for illegal profit gains against my federal freedoms / liberties and / or etc., as it is proven below, and an unnecessary burden of cash out of my pocket, etc. For what? Question mark. I do not have gold or silver to pay this debt and / or a promissory note. Driver, one employee in conducting a coach, carriage, wagon, or other vehicle with horses, mules, or other animals. Driving. I know everybody's looking at me like, what are you saying? Driving, operating in commerce, hire / profit. Mulberry versus Madison. 1803 case. They weren't even cars on the road. All laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Now here's what I'm talking about. Here's what the court is talking about right here. I figured he was going to bring this up because all Mr. Lynch did was he went on the Google search and searched basically, I don't know exactly the terminology, but he put driving, don't need to drive without a license. And all of these same cases come up. And this one case really bothers me because that's why I asked Mr. Lynch, did he read the cases? Are you familiar with your Black history, Mr. Lynch? Is he on mute?
Yeah. Uh-oh. History lesson. Judge Perkins history lesson. Let's go.
He writes that up.
I wish he was too.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you familiar with your Black history?
Okay.
I told you. I think he comes in upside down. How did he go from normal? He was right side up. Then he turned sideways, and now he's upside down. I don't know how you do that. There's no way you can purposely do that. It has to be on accident. But he obviously you can purposely do it. But yeah, how? How?
Is the paper that you're reading is the one that said titled Supreme Court ruling and U.S. Constitution?
Yes.
Okay, that's not updated, but the other ones I sent, those are the ones that's relevant. The one that say Law Depot, it's like 6 pages, but the last 3 is the affidavit and the FOIA paper. You already seen that for the dash cam, etc. But the Law Depot, the first 3 pages is just the website information telling you how to do it. I actually went to school for criminal justice and private investigator, but I didn't finish because I got kicked out for.
All right, can we all just acknowledge he's upside down and it looks like he has a seatbelt on? I'm just saying. He's got to have his seatbelt on so he doesn't fall out of his chair that's upside down.
For no necessary reason. I've been fighting that ever since. But I actually went to school for business management and law, but I didn't finish. So
I see.
So technically, but I went to a Morris facility and learned the Constitution and everything. So put all that together. That's what I'm involved in right now. So
Okay. So let's just discuss. Let's just take it down. Break it down. What I asked you was, you're providing me documentation to show proof that the Supreme Court says that you don't need a driver's license to drive a vehicle, right?
Your Honor.
I'm asking you a yes or no question.
Okay, all I want to say, that Supreme Court paper, you can forget about that. That Law Depot paper is what I've been working on, and I'm still trying to figure out how to go through the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm studying and learning how to do that, to do this, to take care of Dearborn, because Dearborn is the one that got me in limbo right now.
But what I'm saying is, I don't see any Law Depot. I don't see any Law Depot. I asked you a question earlier. I said, I hope that you're bringing these, that stuff that you're, wait a minute. I asked you a question, and I said, I hope that you're sending me these papers and these cases and in support of you not having to drive with a license. And I hope that you've read the cases that you're using in support of what your belief of the law is and the Constitution and stuff. And I did this, and I've done it. You're not the first person that's done it. And the reason why I asked you, are you familiar with your African American history, particularly the civil rights movement, is because you have submitted a case, Shuttlesworth versus the city of Birmingham. And you submitted this case in support of you not having to drive with a license. And it's kind of like throwing mud in Reverend Shuttlesworth's case, because Mr. Shuttleworth, I'm sure he was a reverend. I'm sure that Mr. Shuttleworth had a valid license and doesn't believe what you're trying to use this case law for. I wish you would have taken time to read what Reverend Shuttlesworth had to go through on this day, on April 12th, 1963, when he's trying to fight for our civil rights.
So much better, like single.
Because I think if you would have read it, you would have seen that most of what you have.
KCC, thank you so much for the raid, KCC. Good to see you. Hope you had a great stream tonight. We're just struggling through a soft sit hearing, and Judge Perkins is laying down some history facts on this soft sit. It's entertaining and frustrating and funny all at the same time. But KCC, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it.
Put in here, and all the cases that you have put in here are complete. A Shuttlesworth has nothing to do with what you're talking about. And the other case,
I understand that like I stated, Your Honor, that paper is not updated. That right there, I supposed to took that out. That the Shuttleworth and through the Alabama. No, not Alabama. I supposed to have taken that out.
You're supposed to take all this stuff out, because none of this stuff has anything to do with what you're talking about. None of it.
You read
actually some of the cases are directly opposite, and they say that you have to have a valid license. The one with the wagon and the coach, what was that guy? He's in 1903.
That's actually his assigned counsel right now, or his appointed counsel assigned. I don't know. She's the House counsel. It's Attorney Soroki. She doesn't know she's not on mute, and it sounds like she's talking to someone in her office. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. But she's an attorney.
I forget the case. He's driving a coach. He's got a car in 1903. He's got a car in 19. He had big money, and he's driving his car up this dirt road, and he's speeding. And they give him a ticket, and they say not that he doesn't have not to have a license. They just wanted to automatically revoke his license because he had a license without a hearing. And he's saying, you can't do that. I have to have a hearing before you're able to take my license from me. So he's not even saying what you say he's saying. So this stuff is
in Birmingham. I supposed to have took that out. Like I stated, I haven't updated that.
Well, you know something, I wish you would read this stuff before you even put it in this document, because that's what you're supposed to do. I can hold you in contempt for filing filing this irrelevant stuff.
Do you get the law depot document 3?
I got the law depot document.
Okay, but basically that sums it up right there. That, like I said, that's not even updated paperwork. I sent that by mistake. That's why I send the FRA paper. But that right there, I'm supposed to update that. But the law depot 3 document is 6 pages. The first 3 just tell you how to do the affidavit, which I forgot to do, but that refreshed my memory. And
Yeah, no, what I think he did is he just took a template offline, skimmed it, read a few sentences, and submitted it. Like, this is going to work, and just submitted it. He clearly didn't read what he just submitted. He submitted a Civil Rights Act, and Judge Perkins just slammed him for it. He's like, oh yeah, that should have been taken out. Like, yeah, you got to pay attention to what you're filing. And what you said a second ago, Lone Wolf, he can be held in contempt for it. Judge Perkins just said that. He said it right when you said it. Yeah. Not good. Not a good look. Also, being upside down. Not a good look either.
The last 3 pages is my court papers.
You know, I'm going to tell you this. Everybody that's coming here with this, they didn't win. I'm going to say that first, right? And then some of the people agreed with me and went to the Judicial Tenure Commission on me, and they quoted the same stuff, and guess what happened? They didn't win either. This stuff is nonsense. Stuff is nonsense. I'm waiting for you to tell me which court case applies, because if you have Shuttlesworth in here, and that absolutely doesn't apply. So what you're saying, I would like to just one court case, just show me one out of all this stuff that you've given me, one court case that you said applies.
Well, like I stated, Your Honor, that little paper always get people upset. That I send that one, but it hasn't been updated.
But you shouldn't send stuff that hasn't been updated to the court. But I'm just asking you one case. Tell me one case out of the stuff that you sent me that says it applies to you and your position of you not having have to have a driver's license.
The law depot document 3. That's what I send in.
I know, and you're saying I'm asking you out of this law depot document 3. You have Howlett versus Rose, Boyd versus United States, Murdoch versus Penn, Owens versus Independence, People versus Bottle Traffic. You have another, constitutional articles. Tell me one of these cases that applies to your position that you don't have to have a valid driver's license to drive on the road. Give me one. Howlett versus Rose. Federal Supreme Court case applied to state court cases. My traveling documents, Supreme Court rulings, and the United States Constitution of travel is in this attachment and others not included have been stolen, sold, or to we share. I don't know. Let's go with Howlett versus Rose. Let's see what that says. I got a few more minutes before I have to send everybody to lunch. But I just want to know. I just want you to see how ridiculous this sounds. Let's go to the law depot, doctor.
Yeah, if I may speak, you want to procedurally?
You have to speak up loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. Procedurally, do you want to get him a court-appointed attorney? And we come back?
You know something, I don't want to waste the resources on the court because Mr. Lynch is probably going to present this to the court-appointed attorney. I can ask him whether he wants to, but if he presents this stuff to the court-appointed attorney, then they're probably going to come down on the same.
I can go into court records and find cases where the case was dismissed with the same issues I'm in. I will find a case and I will present it to you.
And he did indicate he was having a problem retaining counsel because they wouldn't accept his paperwork. So
Yeah, I see why. Howlett versus Rose. Rose was a case in which high school students sued the school board.
You can find a case where a case was dismissed when they were pushing this soft-sit crap. It happens all the time. The officers don't show up. It's not because they won the case. It's because the officers, they don't show up and it's dismissed. Or the one I referenced earlier, the one I went up to Detroit to watch, and they didn't have a jury. So that was dismissed. Just saying, they are dismissed. They get dismissed all the time, but not for winning the case, for technical errors.
After his car was searched on school grounds and he was suspended from school, he sued under 42 USC 1983, which creates a remedy for violations of federal rights committed by persons acting under the color of state law. The student claimed he was suspended without due process because his car was searched in violation of the 4th and 14th Amendment. The court dismissed the complaint against the school board for lack of jurisdiction. Where does that say you don't have to have a valid license? Mr. Lynch, where does that say you don't have to have a valid license?
Your Honor, I will get up-to-date cases where court cases were dismissed with my same issue. I will get the court the up-to-date 2020 to 2024.
I believe it's a waste of time. What are we, today's the date concept trial?
Yes, sir. Do you want to take testimony right quick?
Do you want a trial, sir, or what do you want? I'm not. So you want a trial? We can take testimony now, or you can take the deal. This stuff that he's talking about and presented to the court, I think it's a waste of time.
I go to trial.
Your Honor, he did make a FOIA request for the video and those things. I think they should be presented before he goes to trial.
Yeah, I'll give him that. He did. All right. He did. Let's give him. I sent you the FOIA request, Ms. Mason. He's written in there. He's got the case numbers down and stuff. Let's get him the documentation that he's asking for if it exists. And then let's go from there, okay?
Okay. All
right, let's set up a pre-trial date. Come back September the 9th, 2024 at 8:30. Please don't waste the court's time with, I hope you, first of all, 8:30, September 9th. I hope read and review whatever you see on September 9th. I hope you read and review whatever you submit to the court, purporting what you feel is supposed to be. And I hope it has at least some relevance to what we're talking about today, because the cases that I just read back to you have absolutely no relevance.
And procedurally, Your Honor, how are we to get the video to him?
He got an email address. I forwarded you a copy of that. It's in his email address. So I guess he should be able to, you should be able to forward that to him in an email.
It probably be too large. I just pick it up. I come down, pick it up.
Well, you're not going to be able to pick up unless they have a disc or something. You're not going to be able to just pick up. I don't know.
Can I just confirm your e-drum?
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that, Lone Wolf. It's one thing to be able to read it. It's another thing to be able to comprehend it. And reading law is not easy. Judge Fleischer sent me a law change on a case that he did that I covered. And I didn't criticize him, but I was asking questions. And he actually sent me the legal form, the legal document. And I read it, and I had to read it a couple times to understand it. It's not like reading a book or reading a newspaper article. It's not written in it's written for lawyers. Let's say that. So it's a big difference in reading and comprehending what's actually on the pages. Okay, this one's almost over. We're gonna jump to something else. Give us about 30 more seconds.
Just for record. Thank you.
All right, so she'll get you that in an email, okay?
Yes.
All right, we'll come back on September the 9th, 2024 at 8:30. If there's nothing further, Mr. Lynch, have a very good day and best of luck to you.
You too. Thank you.
All right, that's it for this. Let's move on. Let's move on to a judge getting angry with someone who keeps messing up probation or bond. I don't actually remember. I think it's probation. All right, this is Judge Meineke. He is out of Michigan. Judge Perkins is in Detroit. I don't know where Judge Meineke is. I don't know, but I do like watching Judge Meineke. He does a lot of sobriety court, a lot of probation things. He's a very positive judge. He's very positive. He works with people he works hard with the defendants to be successful. He does. He really does. So he takes it personal when someone's not doing what they're supposed to, and he doesn't like it. But generally, he's very nice and very calm.
Hello? Mr. Liverman, any luck? Hello? Mr. Sherman, have you been in touch with him at all?
I have through email. Unfortunately, does not have a working phone right now.
He's supposed to be here in person.
I understand.
Mr. Liverman, why aren't you here in person?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
All right. 2201-912, People versus Silverman.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Joe Shreeman on behalf of Mr. Liverman.
He fixes his volume. He does.
Your Honor, Mr. Liverman is present via Zoom at this time. I see that his connection is quite off. I did speak to my client about a week ago, and I've spoken to him almost every day since via email. He did go out to California for a work opportunity.
Did he ask for permission to go?
He did not ask for permission to go, Your Honor. I found out after the fact, and I did inform him that one of his bond conditions was not to leave the state. He has been trying to get back since. Unfortunately, did not have the assets to do so. He did want to be here in person today. And unfortunately, is unable to afford a plane ticket at this time. I understand that there is no pre-sentence interview. There was a couple scheduled. The first one, I believe he had connection issues like this, and we weren't able to get anywhere with it. The second one, I believe probation actually showed up at 10:45 when it was scheduled for 10, and they had to reschedule it. The third one, he requested that I was there for, so they rescheduled it. And the fourth one, I believe he was having connection issues again and was unable to make it.
Mr. Liverman, can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
Mr. Liverman, you are in absolute violation of this court's bond. You left the court, you left the state of Michigan without the court's permission. We have set up multiple times for you to participate in the PSI. It hasn't happened. I have adjourned the sentencing for you. There's no justification for me to continue to allow this type of violation of bond to occur. Eventually, the court starts to look, frankly, foolish and ineffective if for 5 months I allow someone to go without participating in probation's process, and furthermore, allow them to leave the state after they have left without permission. I am stunned that you didn't reach out to let us know that you had a job opportunity. I'm absolutely stunned by this. And so very disappointed, because if you would have simply asked, I would have absolutely considered letting you go if it was a great opportunity. You're supposed to be here in person, you're not. You're supposed to not leave the state of Michigan, you did. You're supposed to participate in pre-sentence investigations, you haven't. So I don't know of any other position the court can take right now other than to issue a bench warrant. Mr. Shreeman?
Your Honor, I will note that my client has been in communication with me quite often. He has also been in communication with the probation department and the court regarding rescheduling. I would say that he's in some unfortunate circumstances right now. He can't really afford a phone, so communication is hard, but he is emailing and he is trying to get back here. I would ask the—
Whoa. He went to California for a job opportunity and he can't afford to get back? That sounds like he moved there. I'm just going to say, if you have a one-way trip to California for a job, that sounds like you moved if you can't come back. Just saying.
Or to consider potentially rescheduling one more time to allow him to come back, but understands that this sentence has been rescheduled quite a few times. One of them was due to my conflict of schedule.
Mr. Liverman, is there anything you'd like to say?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all can, please check your paperwork. Make sure you're supposed to be here at our 3 o'clock.
Yep, and of course, welcome to Cooling with Colin and my massive amount of editing mistakes. Now, if you've noticed, the last video that Lone Wolf sent me, there was no editing mistakes. He nailed it. He's so much better at me than this. So go check his channel out. He's great. What's up, MB?
We've had issues with failure to appear for a long time now. So, Mr. Liverman, is that you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. My apologies. Just on behalf of the court, I want to apologize just for not being able to make it today. I was completely under the understanding, Judge, at the time, I had no idea that I was not allowed, to step out of Michigan. And if I've known that, I would have totally stayed. So I just want to apologize and not being, recognizing that at the time. So when I did find out while I was here, I had been trying to make effort to get back. So I just want to sincerely.
Answer, sir, please. You every time you open your pie hole, you get it worse trouble. So stay the course, will you?
Also, I know I had to reschedule with my probation, and I did send paperwork, like fax paperwork, and I did drop the ball in the follow up with the probation because I was just thinking it would have been good to have an attorney present. So I know that I appreciate my attorney clearing his schedule to make sure that that happened. So I did drop the ball on that. And I have been having issues with my communication, my phones. And so I'm not trying to show any disrespect towards the court or anyone. I just, again, want to apologize and do ask for grace because I'm trying to make plans now to get back. And at this time.
No. I've got a new clip. This is actually the next video that's coming up. So it's going to be a new little clip. But I am going to clip the Judge Williams one. I will do that. But wait, I've got a good Judge Taylor after this one. Okay, let's go. Sorry for the pause.
I had a work opportunity that helped me get, and when it transitioned, I was doing work and missions outreach, and with because I play piano and I sing, so I was wanting to show productivity and show the court also that I was wanting to show good faith of doing outreach, in some form of community service, just to help remedy some of the occurrences.
So this great job opportunity that you violated my bond for, what is it that you're doing?
Can I put you back on? Hold on a second. I got to turn this up a little bit. I barely heard what you said, Judge. Say it one more time.
Yeah, I said, what is this job that you violated my bond for and left the state? What is it?
Oh, well, I was actually a friend of mine I went to college with. We did missions together, like outreach. And so he invited me to do like outdoor community outreach and things of that nature. And besides that, I actually got a invitation to go to this men's business luncheon where I met a contact who got me an opportunity to apply for the Golden State Warriors marketing position. So I went through that. I went through the hiring process. I could show you, the application and stuff that I submitted as well, if the court needs to see that. But through the application process, unfortunately, I did not get the position because
Yeah, that sounds like a scam. I'm just going to say this right now. How much money did you pay this person to help you go through this application and interview process? That just sounds weird. All right, I need to get to this real quick. Each and everything, thank you so much for the 5 months. Cooligan with shenanigans. Thank you so much, each and everything. It's good to see you, and thank you so much for the 5 months. Hopefully you're still here. I know you sent that a little while ago, probably like 10, 15 minutes ago. But thank you so much.
I was told by one, they're stealing. There's a lot of theft going on. So I was recommended I shouldn't take the position because I could be in a position to be used to steal, so I told them I did not want to proceed with that. So that kind of like pushed me back where, I was basically working different opportunities, jobs, doing video editing for, different small companies. So yeah, it's been a little bit slightly like a roller coaster, but it's been very productive as well out here with the missions and the outreach that I'm doing as well. So I make money at times when I'm like not doing, just odd jobs. I have a guitar and I go and play music at a coffee shop or in a park, different places, and so it's pretty much been like a slight struggle a little bit.
Where are you staying?
I'm sorry?
Where are you living? Where are you staying?
I think the volume's going out. Hold on. Can't hear you.
Where are you living, Mr. Liverman? Where are you staying?
Oh, so I'm sorry. Say it again, sir.
Mr. Liverman, he asked where you're staying right now. Where do you live at?
Oh, this is an Airbnb. I'm staying with a friend at an Airbnb.
What city?
This is in Richmond, California.
I'm going to say this right now. This guy, I mean, he wore a jacket to court. He sounds, he has a good speaking voice. I don't know what he's in court for. He said something about stealing, so it might be theft related. I don't know. But he's definitely someone who could get his act together. He's just, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, Judge Meineke might be one of the hardest judges to frustrate. I mean, he deals with sobriety court, and he's the one who does Operation Drive out of Michigan. He throws parties for all the people that graduate. Like, he's so happy when people graduate. So this level of frustration is very rare from him.
I believe it's right outside of San Francisco.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe a word he's saying. I don't.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I will adjourn the sentencing 30 days. There's no PSI. I don't think he's a good candidate for probation. I don't think he's a good candidate for a delayed sentence. So, Mr. Liverman, your job between now and August 6th is to get with Mr. Schreeman. I'm not going to even require him to come back here. If you want to appear on Zoom as well, that's fine, Mr. Schreeman. But basically, what I'm going to be looking for from both of you are reasons why Mr. Liverman should just be given 90 days in jail, call it a day. Because I don't see that there is a approach or a plan that he has right now that would be consistent with a probationary term. It would be wasting his time and my time. And frankly, I don't really want to put probation on a wild goose chase trying to track him down. So you got 30 days, Mr. Liverman, to work with Mr. Schreeman and give me an alternate plan. I'm all ears. Otherwise, the sentence will be 90 days in jail, 93 days in jail, and you'll be required to come back to Michigan to serve that time. So I've given you 30 days. It's up to you now. Probation, they did their work. They were available. You weren't available for them. You were in violation of my bond. But I'm not, you didn't show up today. I'm going to give you credit for that. Work with Mr. Freeman. Give me a reason to come up with a different plan other than 93 days in jail. It's on you now. Talk to Mr. Freeman and see if you can come up with something.
Thank you, Judge. And thank you, Judge. And when you say like this is like a specific plan, you just want to know what is my plan for the court in terms of work and community service. Is that what you're asking?
I think what would be a good idea is if you could give me specifics about where you're living, where you're working, how would you plan on staying in compliance with probation? How would you plan on doing community service, doing counseling? How would you plan on showing that you're drug and alcohol free while you're out in California? If you can with Mr. Freeman, give me a plan that I can follow, that makes sense to me, then the court will consider placing him on probation and not considering jail. If I don't have any specifics, if I don't know where he's living, if I don't know where he's working, if I don't know what his plan is, then I've just got somebody who's left the state of Michigan without permission. That's 93 days.
And Judge, just so you know, I submitted a news update letter just of the things I've been doing to Mr. Freeman. So hopefully that could be submitted to the court. Just like an update of what I've been doing.
Okay. All right. I will look for that from Mr. Freeman, and we'll see everybody back here August 6th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge. Thank you.
Have a good holiday, you and your staff.
You as well.
All right. I know we end with Judge Taylor. We might actually be going to Judge Perkins. Judge Perkins had a couple good ones today. I think we might be headed back to Judge Perkins. Judge Meineke said he didn't have to be there in person for his sentencing. So what? He's in California. He doesn't have to show up for his sentencing. If he gets sentenced for 93 days, I don't agree with that. Judge Meineke sometimes is too nice. He's the right person for the programs he oversees, but sometimes he's too nice. Okay, let's see. What do we got?
Miles, Your Honor.
Yep, Judge Perkins. This is a classic stop driving case. Let's go.
I don't think it's an Officer Dowd case, but he has insurance on his current vehicle that I saw through Cure.
What was Miss Mathis doing? She didn't print any of this stuff out.
She was helping me.
City of Detroit versus Julian Lyles, case number SP 14291182. Appearance for the record, please.
Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant. Your full name for the record, sir?
Julian Lyles. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Well, not yet. Are you driving, Mr. Lyles?
No, I'm passenger seat right now.
You what?
I'm passenger seat. I'm in the passenger seat.
Sure doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but
my brother is driving right now.
Huh?
I got my brother driving right now.
Turn on your camera. Turn the background off, please.
Okay. The blur?
Yes. Why do you keep looking up?
Because he don't know how to drive for real. I told him to drive so I can do this, so I'm watching him. But let me turn off my
You don't need to watch him. You need to look directly at me.
Okay.
I believe you're driving.
Hold on. Let me trying to turn off.
I believe you're driving, sir. I think you're lying.
Should I pull over? Should I pull over?
No, so now I know you're driving. Now you're lying to me. All right, let's pass the matter. I'm gonna put you out the room until you get pulled over, and we're gonna have to deal with that lie.
Okay, I apologize. No,
don't apologize. What are we ready on, Mr.? Let's go back on the record.
Yeah. I don't think no one thought he wasn't driving. He wasn't in the passenger seat. I know some people's camera reverse it, but yeah, no, that wasn't a passenger. My brother's driving. He don't know how to drive too well. Yeah, no one bought that either. Good job. Way to upset Judge Perkins before your case was even called.
Let's call the city of Detroit versus Julian DeAndre Lyles. Case number SP 142911182. Appearance for the record, please.
Warbling P64889 on behalf of the defendant, sir. Could you please state your name for the record?
Julian DeAndre Lyles.
Yeah.
He's 21 years old or thereabouts, maybe 22. Are you driving again?
No, I'm off on the side of the road. I've been parked here for a minute now.
And he's in court on a false proof of insurance. So he's in court for lying. That's what the allegation is. And he lied to me in my face. So what do you have to say about that, Mr. Warble?
Judge, I mean, he can answer that better than I do. These were his statements. I don't know what's going on through his mind.
So what's going on?
Oh man, when the defense attorney bows out, he's like, I'm not even gonna touch this. He caused this. I'm not. Nope. Not putting my name on the record for this guy. Good job, man. Good job.
Was I asked Mr. Julian Lyles repeatedly, was he driving? While he's there talking to me, he says, no, I'm in the passenger seat. My brother is driving. And he's continuing to look. Well, first of all, I see him because in the video, I see him that he's over on the driver's side of the vehicle based on where he's sitting in the car. Secondly, he continues to look up and he cannot focus on me at all. He's looking down at me. He's looking at his phone. He's looking up, looking down, looking up, looking down. And I asked him, are you driving? I had to ask him probably 5 or 6 different times whether he was driving. He repeatedly told me. Now he's talking to somebody else. Now this is more important. Bring him in. You got to come in. Trial. No. Come in September the 19th, 2024 in person for a free trial.
Okay, say that date one more time.
September 19th, 2024, free trial in person.
What time?
At 8:30. Have a good day, sir.
All right. It's so far off. It's not for 2 more months. I wanted him to come in tomorrow. No, I guess not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Make him come in on Monday. Don't give him 2 months. You're gonna not be upset in 2 months, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is that guy. All right. I think now we're going to Judge Taylor. Well, hold on. The rest, I believe, is Judge Taylor. Yep. 2 clips in a row from Judge Taylor. We're gonna end a little bit funny. The cases aren't too serious, but yeah, it's Friday night. I don't go live on Saturday nights, so yeah, we're gonna end the stream this week for something a little bit lighthearted. How about that? All right, let's go.
John Whitfield Jr. Unmute yourself, sir. Now calling the matter of the people versus Sean Maurice Whitfield Jr. This is case number SP 1320172. This is 1 count of it's reduced to failure to use due care or caution. This matter is set today for a review. He was to have paid $200. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Paul Faulkner, P 22994, representative defendant. Your name, sir?
Whitfield Jr.
I believe
Counsel, he has not paid his $200 yet.
I just been I had a rough start of this year, and right now I have My car note due on the 16th. I'm 2 months behind rent. Haven't paid my phone bill. I don't even have any toiletries, soap and stuff to take care of my. I'm just really trying to thing out. Is there any back to school?
But I'm not able to hear what he's saying.
I also go back to school August 1st. So I
Mr. Whitfield?
Tashina, I said yes. I said yes when you asked the first time. But I think I was talking over the video though. But yeah, go ahead and post the link. That's fine. Tashina has an amazing live tomorrow. She's gonna post the link. Everyone check her out. She's awesome. She is an author. She does a lot of things. She wrote Heather and I a song that I played yesterday. Tashina, I don't think you were here for the song. But anyways, Tashina, feel free to drop your link. Go ahead.
You're gonna have to start all over again. So we're having a tough time hearing you. So you're gonna have to really focus in and make sure it's no background noise for you to be able to talk and start again saying what you were talking about, okay?
No. You can.
It's real low. I don't know why it's so low, but it's low. I can understand you, but it's not understood very clearly, okay? So you gotta really.
I'm gonna just try to speak as loud as this year I've had like a pretty rough year. A lot of stuff been going on. As of right now, I have a car. I have to pay my car note on the 16th, and I don't even have the money for that. I also don't even have a lot of stuff that I need, like trees and soap and stuff like that. But I also leave to back to school in August, and I'm just trying to figure everything out as I go. I would ask for forget the name, but I would ask for like city work.
Community service, I believe you're referring to, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. I would request that, but I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be at school in a entirely different state.
If I recall correctly, Attorney Faulkner, my original thing was community service, and he told me he would prefer to pay. That's why I didn't do community service originally when he took this plea, because he told me that he was away at school and that he couldn't do community service. So that's why we didn't originally do community service in this particular matter, because he told me he could not at that point in time. So then,
Pardon me, but I also stated that I wouldn't at the time. I also stated that I wouldn't be able to afford to pay anything as well, but I would try my hardest too. But the way it has been going, it's just like I don't know what's going on or how to get a grasp of everything and figure everything. But it's just I don't know why everything is so hard as it is right now. I've never hard of a time. And it's just
and Mr. Whitfield, it wouldn't be so bad, but there has to be some level of accountability. You pled to a lesser charge, so it wasn't the original charge, but the original charge was that you left the scene of an accident.
Yeah,
so you decided, you took it upon yourself to leave whatever scene it was, whatever location it was.
That is not correct at all. I stated at the time of, me coming to court and stuff like that I woke up in a hospital bed. I leave the scene. I was taken by an ambulance to the hospital type deal. I didn't. Yeah, I don't do stuff like that. I'm a honest citizen. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm still dealing with court and everything for that situation for somebody doing speed to hour and hitting. I'm flying out of the car. I flew out of a car, and I'm still dealing with push a lawsuit on me when they ran the red light and I flew out of a car. So I'm just I don't know. And that was 2 years ago. So I don't know.
You know, I'm trying to have some empathy. If you hadn't missed your first missed trial, see, I write on the back of tickets. So in 2023, when you were supposed to handle it, you didn't come back. So now here we are a year later, when you could have resolved this a whole year ago, right, Mr. Whitfield? And now, stop talking. Stop talking. You've talked enough today. You've talked enough. It's okay. You've spoken more than enough trying to explain your part and your point. I'm gonna explain how it makes me feel. Because then you come back to court, and you're not the only one, but we come back to court, and I get it. Times are hard. You know, Mr. Whitfield, I don't enjoy being broke at the end of the month neither. But you know what? I got to pay all my little bills. I done made them. I done made every single one. There's not a single bill that I have that I didn't make myself. From my car note to my car insurance, which is expensive because I live in the city of Detroit and I have to be insured, because how dare I sit on this bench and tell people they have to be insured and I'm not insured. I got to pay my car note, got to pay my house note, my HOA fees. I got to pay for this, got to pay for that, lights, DTE. All my wonderful bills that I come up with, right? So this happened 2 years ago, and then you didn't come. I don't know what happened with the first bench trial. It may have been a valid reason. Then you come back to the next one. You took this offer. We did a no contest plea. I gave you 6 months. So it was at the end of last year you took this plea. And I gave you till June. We're actually in July, so we gave you an additional month. That's 7 months, and you ain't pay us not even $10. It's the same price that I gave you back 7 months ago.
I didn't know. I didn't know to pay anything. I thought that I was just supposed to come back and check in with you and tell you how school was going. And around the time where I missed my first court date, I had midterms and everything was going on, or it was finals or midterms. And I didn't intend on missing it. I just ended up going to take my midterms. And taking my midterms, I found out that I had court, or whatever it dawned on me stupidly upon me. It's stupid. It's very stupid. I don't know. I just have a lot going on. I'm just trying to figure everything out. I'm also 2 months behind on my rent where I stay. So I'm just really I don't have honestly anything right now.
Well, your rent, you going back to school. So, I mean, your rent where you go to school at, or your rent here?
Here. I don't.
Okay. Well, you go to school next week. That's what you just told me.
Yeah. August. Yeah.
All right, because I have to move on with my docket. I'll waive your costs and fines today. Good luck to you.
I appreciate it. Make sure you please have a wonderful day. Don't let anything ruin your day. And just try as hard as you can to have a better day. If anything is going wrong or anything is going bad, just try your best to have a wonderful day. And make sure you eat something very healthy for yourself if you can.
Thank you, Mr. Whitfield. I did. I had some protein waffles, turkey sausage, and strawberries for breakfast. So that was real healthy after I did an hour-and-a-half workout. Thank you, sir. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. I had to play that guy for this next one for you to understand this next one. Yeah. That guy just got all his fines and costs waived. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I don't know. Judge Taylor's a sweetheart. All right, but this next guy is what we're going to end the night on. And like I said, we had to watch that first one to understand the second one. All right, let's go.
Mr. Rico Williams, Del Rico Williams. Winans, I'm sorry, Winans.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Not good, because y'all don't seem, oh Lord. This is why I don't have no kids. But if I had a girl, who they going with?
I'm not trying to make your day harder than what it has to be.
You might be in a different situation anyways. Now calling the matter of the people versus Del Rico, Dwayne Winans. This is ticket SP 1281349. This is one count of discharge of a firearm. This was on a 3-month delayed sentence. He was to have taken a class, gun safety class, as well as paid my $250 fine. Appearances for the record, and that was to be done by April 10th. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Paul Faulkner, representing the defendant. Your name, sir?
My name is Del Rico Dwayne Winans.
Counsel.
John, it is a review. I think he owes $250 and also the class.
You ain't take the class yet?
Miss Marlene.
Shut the front door. Shut the front door. At least if you take the class, what? Go ahead.
Now, from my perspective, I have not was able to take the class, nor was I able to pay my fine due to the fact of it's been a lot going on. I'm not trying to sound like the defendant that was before me, but I just have a lot going on, Your Honor. I'm not trying to make no excuses or anything in that nature. I have not missed any court dates, and I just want to know if you could somehow, some way, continue to finish working with me, if possible.
No, yes. You got to sign up for the class minimally, Mr. You should have at least came in here today and said, I'm taking the class on this day. I don't know what y'all want me to do.
Your Honor,
it's been since January. You know you took this plea back on January 10th.
Yes,
we are over halfway completed the year. We are in July
11th. Yes, ma'am.
We are over halfway through the year. Your lips should have said, you know what, I didn't take the class yet, but I at least signed up for it. It sounds like you haven't even signed up for the class yet.
I can't sign up for the class, Your Honor. In order for me to sign up for the class, they needed for me to make a payment in order for me to sign up for the class.
I know, and it's an expensive class. That's why I said at least if you had signed up for the class, I could work with you because I found out that the class costs quite a bit of money. I didn't know that before, but I know it now.
Yes, ma'am.
But if you ain't done nothing, I can't do anything. You gotta minimally take this class. You have to take the class minimally.
I feel you. I feel every word you telling me. I feel that.
Yeah, I know y'all do, because y'all can tell the enragement I feel inside of my spirit right now.
Yes, ma'am, I do. Your Honor, is that an elephant on your desk?
It is. I don't want to hear it today. I am. Yep.
This guy's trying to charm her. Is that an elephant on your desk? It is. Stop talking. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. I'm going to let this play out, guys. There's about 2 or 3 minutes left of this. You got to wait till the very end. It cuts off pretty quickly, but this guy said something to Judge Taylor that everyone's going to crack up laughing. It's not what he says to her, it's how she responds. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It is Friday night. You guys all have a great and safe weekend. Don't do anything dumb. I will cover you on my channel if you do, so be safe. No live tomorrow night as it is date night with Heather. So my next live will be Sunday night. Until next time, bye.
I haven't got any trouble.
I know, but you hear me? Do you hear my words? Can you hear my
Yes,
words?
ma'am.
You have to take the class. So I'm saying how much time I want to give you because you have to take the class. You
I
have
understand
to.
that.
You got that. There's no way around the class portion of this. If you take the class, I'll consider waiving my fine, but you have to take the class. So if I give you until September 11th, is that enough time for you to take the class? That's a whole 2 months.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let me tell you, Mr. Winans, if you come back on September 11th and you don't have the class, I am not going to dismiss this ticket. You end up with a dismissal. Do you know that? This case gets dismissed if you follow my orders. Dismissed.
I understand. I won't let you down, Miss
I
Marlene.
know. You need 2 or 3 months to finish the class.
3 months just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to let you
And
down.
I promise if you don't come back with this class completed, Mr. Winans, I'm gonna enter in this plea of guilty and you're gonna have this discharge of a firearm on your record. And you're gonna have to wait to get it expunged. I'll be here October. Oh, October 10th. Yeah, I will. It's a Thursday. You want me to do it that day or you want me to do it? the day before?
I can't hear you, Your Honor.
I know I'm talking to my clerk trying to find out what day I want to give you. And she's in control of my whole record.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. October 10th. That's the last. This is the last of the last of the last.
Okay.
Do you have the phone number to call and schedule the class still?
Yes, ma'am.
Call and schedule this class. You need to schedule this class. Even if you don't have the money this moment, make sure you know how many weeks it takes and when's the next class being offered so that you come to, I'm not saying that you have to enroll. I'm saying the class must be completed by the next time you come. So find out when they offer the class, how long the class takes so that you can make sure you are enrolled and completed before you come back on October the 10th.
Okay. I gladly appreciate that.
I know you do. Oh, y'all, to me, I'm being again on my nerves. All right. I see y'all. I see you on October the 10th at 8:45 a.m. for your review, for your dismissal, because you are going to complete this class in its entirety. It's like $300, isn't it, for the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Complete the class. Come and show me. And I'll waive the cost that I have, the fine, okay? But I have to see the completed class.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm not waiving the fine until I see that, because if you don't do that, I'm gonna make you pay the fine, no class, and this is going on your record.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right.
Miss can I say something, Miss Marlene?
Yeah, yes, you can.
You so gorgeous, even when you mad.
Get off. Bye, Mr. Winans.
See you later.
I'm telling you, I'm not playing with these folks. Mr. Zapata.
Yes, ma'am.